It's the largest development the city of Chicago has considered in decades. Lincoln Yards project is one step closer to reality.
It was supposed to be a $6 billion mixed-use development along the river on the north side. Instead, 55 acres have sat idle for years. What happened to Lincoln Yards?
Like most abandoned dirt fields in prime urban real estate, Lincoln Yards should be more than it is. Nestled between Lincoln Park, one of Chicago's wealthiest neighborhoods, and Wicker Park, one of its trendiest, Lincoln Yards is prime for redevelopment. And like a lot of riverfront property in late 19th century urban cores, Lincoln Yards was once an industrial site. In this case, it was the oldest steel mill in Chicago before it was demolished in 2012. The development potential for the site was obvious, and Sterling Bay swooped in with a 10-year plan to redevelop it that started in 2016. Toward the end of the 2010s, the site was even up for consideration for Amazon's HQ2, if you remember that saga. The original plans released in July 2018 controversially featured a huge 800-foot skyscraper and a murky definition of what constituted an open space. That forced Sterling Bay to go back to the drawing board before releasing a second proposal, which lowered tower height and increased green space, but still included plans for a 20,000-seat minor league soccer stadium and a Live Nation entertainment venue that locals firmly rejected. Finally, in March of 2019, an updated proposal, stripped down of stadiums and packed with green space, passed the city's zoning committee in a 9-4 vote. And the project seemed ready to get off the ground until...
First case of coronavirus has been confirmed here in the United States. The patient recently returned from China.
Yep, as you may remember, a virus hit the US in March of 2020. For Sterling Bay, that made funding a multi-million-dollar development a bit difficult. Office demand collapsed, and building and lending costs skyrocketed. Sterling Bay was already on the hook for nearly $500 million of infrastructure spending for the first phase of this project, making finding another financial partner incredibly difficult. They sought the help of the Illinois Funding Authority in 2022, but emails that TRD reviewed showed that they declined, not wanting to step on the city's toes. For a second, it appeared as if Wisconsin's Public Financing Authority would step up to the plate, but the market took a nosedive as interest rates soared in the summer of 2023. At this point, Sterling Bay entered the market for rescue capital, and equity partners JP Morgan and Lone Star Funds were growing impatient. Sterling Bay floated the idea of a cash infusion from Kane Anderson in early 2024, but the deal never happened. Maybe the price wasn't right, or maybe the fundraising burden was too steep. Either way, Kane didn't get a call for help as Bank OZK moved to seize part of the site. Then, JDL Development's Jim Lechinger stepped in. JDL had just reached out to Kane. The two had wrapped on another project, and the partnership got in position to take over Sterling Bay's wreckage. Now, with Sterling Bay out, JDL is reshaping Lincoln Yards, likely smaller, more residential, and less office-heavy. Let's hope the video we make in 2035 is an exciting unveiling of a new development, and not another video lamenting the failures of a mega project gone wrong. Stay tuned to The Real Deal for more.